Hey guys, welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to use dynamic queries in SQL. So what is a dynamic query or dynamic SQL? So a dynamic SQL or a dynamic query is one where we build the SQL statement as a string or as text, and we don't execute it until runtime. So it's not static or it's not fixed. So we don't have all the parameters defined before, and we build everything within strings or within text, and we execute it at runtime. So I'm going to give you some simple examples on how to build and use dynamic queries. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select from this table, and then I'm saying where first name equal Mike. So I'm getting 9 records here. So here everything is static, like I already have my first name defined here, and I'm selecting all from here. So what I want to do now is I want to convert it into a dynamic query. So let me comment this out, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna define 2 variables here. So I'm gonna say declare and my name of my first variable, so I'm just gonna call it SQL code @ because it's a variable, and I'm gonna define the data type for it. So I'm gonna say it's varchar, and let's just give it 1000 length here. So it's varchar, so it can store Unicode characters as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have another variable, and let's just call it first name. And for the data type, I'm just going to say it's varchar. Let's just give it 50 length. And then I'm just going to assign it a value to this variable. So I'm just going to say the first name is Mike here. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build my query using this SQL code. So SQL code is going to hold my query. So I'm going to say set SQL code, and then here in single quotes I'm just going to say this is select all from person.person where first name equals, and then I want to see where first name equals this first name, this variable. So what I can do for that is I'm going to say equals, and I am going to say plus add first name. Okay, so let's just select what's in our SQL code now. So if I select from this, I can either print or select it. Either way, it's going to do the same thing. So I'm just selecting. I want to see like what it does. So here I'm saying select all from person.person where first name equals Mike, but this is a string character, so I can't run it as is. It's gonna fail. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna append single quotes around it. So for that, what I can do is I can just say one more quote and then one quote to escape it. So 3 here. So let's run it now. So now I have a single quote before Mike, and I'm gonna also have single quotes after Mike. So, and then I think I need one more to escape it. So now if I execute it, this is what it's gonna give. So here, if I just copy and paste it here and I try to execute it, it's gonna give me the same results. So now what I'm gonna do is, since I have my SQL code already built here in text form, I'm just gonna execute this. So one of the ways we can execute dynamic queries is just using execute, and then here I'm just gonna say I want to execute this. Okay, so let's just comment this out. I don't need it right now. So if I execute it now, so what I have here is I have 2 variables here, SQL code where I build my query, and then I have another variable first name where I'm passing it here, and then I'm simply executing that code. But here you notice there's a lot of concatenation here. So I'm adding a lot of concatenation. There's a lot of manual work here. Plus it's not really the safest way to execute dynamic queries because you can run into SQL injection. It's not really that safe. So I'm going to show you a different method. That's actually a better way to run dynamic queries. So let me just remove this here. And here what I'm gonna do now here is, instead of saying where first name equals @ first name, I'm just gonna say where first name equals, I'm just gonna pass parameter here. So I'm just gonna say, let's say fn, So I'm gonna use this other built-in store proc. So I'm gonna say execute sp execute SQL, and it's a built-in store proc. So it's a system store proc that we can use for dynamic queries. And then here I'm gonna say I'm gonna run this code, SQL code, and here's the syntax for it. So I'm gonna say comma, and I'm gonna define like what is my parameter. So here I have this at fn, that's my parameter. So I'm gonna say, and because it only accepts Unicode characters, so I'm gonna say n at fn. So this is my first parameter, and the data type of it, what is it? It's a varchar, let's just say it's 50, comma, and then I have to pass that parameter to the value it holds. So I'm gonna say at fn equals at first name, because it's not gonna, I can't directly assign first name here because the scope of this parameter is within this block. So I can't really use first name here directly. I can't say first name here. So if I just run this, I'm gonna get an error because the scope of it is within this block. Okay, so I'm just gonna say fn equals first name, and now if I execute it, it's gonna give me the same result. So where all the records where the first name is Mike. Okay, so this is how you build dynamic SQL, and this is a lot easier. You just need to remember this, the format of this, like how to pass parameters, and you can pass multiple parameters here. So let's say if I also want to see, for example, the last name, I can say and last name equals, let's just call it at ln. Again, the scope of this is within this SQL block, and here I can do the same thing. I can just add my second parameter here. So I'm gonna say comma at last name, and let's just say it's also varchar 50, and here I'm gonna assign a value to it. So I can say add last name equals, so there are two ways of assigning it. I can either declare a variable here. I can say add last name, and then let's just say I want to grab here Taylor here, and I can say last name equals add last name. So if I execute it now, I get that one record where the first name is Mike and the last name is Taylor. And here I do not have to assign this directly to a variable. I can just directly say where first name is Mike and last name is Taylor. This is also gonna do the same thing. So I don't have to assign it to this variable, but I can use it. So if I'm building like complex dynamic queries, I can just declare all my variables here, build my SQL code, and then just assign those values in the end to my store proc parameters. Okay, so this is how we use dynamic SQL, and it can be really helpful, especially in reporting where you don't know the parameters unless we get the values from the users. So we built our SQL code as like a string or text, and then we execute it at runtime. Okay, if you found this helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you for watching.